Just cut whatever the fuck Poob just said.
Oh, you
It's
did
the
intro.
worst beginning I've ever heard
of.
of fucking podcast. That was horrible.
We're back and I'm welcome.
No, if you're imagine you're listening to the audio version.
Oh, God.
I would have turned it off by now because you were just like,
okay, well, you do an awesome intro. I'm waiting. Give something good. How would you do it?
I'm thinking. Hold on. I got nothing.
Yeah, it's harder. It's harder than you think.
It's harder than it looks.
Hey, everybody. There's a flashlight just on my hotel bed when I got in there. And I was like,
This thing will literally rip off your penis if you don't get state secrets. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to come.
you're my brother. I'm going to be there for you for life. If you donate, there's a chance I fuck you one day. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I think I'm slowly slipping off the cliff of relevancy.
Like you reek. Like you smell like throw up so bad. Kill
I'm
yourself wearing that.
teetering on the edge at all times. You don't know, a bad
Yeah, for the
performance
same
on this
yeah.
podcast could send me over the edge. Last episode, we had Swagger Souls. This episode, Poob's back. We got explosions. We got topics.
Go.
We got that's it. That's all we got. We got Bryan in a work
Bombs.
meeting.
Brian will be here at some point.
At some point, he's in a work meeting right now. He said, "I'll be there at 2:30, and it's now 3:30." And I think he's offline. He logged off. I don't think he's on. He's not coming. Okay, I do have something funny though. So before you left, we this would be a whole lot better if we had Bryan here to fucking so we could 1-2 punch you in the mouth.
Okay,
because
now
before you left, you let it get to you.
What? Oh, you're gonna talk about my tweet or what?
You let it get to you.
You let it get. I lost the game.
You
I let
lost it.
get to me.
You did. So Ern's
I just saw
dad.
too many. Oh,
Ern's dad got like his
Oh, this
cancer came
tweet.
back, and then you responded to it with a picture of 50 Cent
Oh,
doing the
yeah.
heart hands.
you're talking about this tweet? I thought you were talking about something totally different. Yeah, this one. Well, did you see that Reddit? You saw the
Yeah,
Reddit post
that's
about it.
where you lost it, dude. On the subreddit, which by the way, the people that are on the subreddit are the funniest fucking people because they push your buttons so well because I know because you fucking responded to like each comment on it.
That guy wasn't trying to push my buttons. Like he just didn't. He just spoke out of line, and I was like, "You don't know either of us, dude. Like this is, Ern liked the message.
I
and
know.
That's how. Like she asked for lightheartedness,
Mhm.
so I've sent a meme.
This guy, his name's
goddamn.
Fedora Lover 69.
Dude.
He said, "Are you the actual Poob? If yes, I just want to say her dad has cancer. He might die." And you respond with a meme
Oh,
of
yeah,
a
he
black
tried to-
man doing a heart symbol to show your support. It is absolutely hilarious
Why do you
that
have
you
to
don't
throw a
even
black
know
man?
why this might be inappropriate. And you fucking lost it. You're like,
I was not like. I was just like, what am I not allowed to reply to a guy talking, about me?
You
not,
fucking
like,
replied
big
to
time.
everything. And then
I'm the
after
little
this,
guy,
you
okay? Wait.
tweeted. Like,
I
you
tweeted
people,
because it was, you know why? Because that was the final straw.
that
All
was.
day I just been, you don't know, like my DMs are just, they're ruined. Okay. You don't know the messages I get in there and the just weird, cryptic, edgy shit. And all these people talking about like, dude, did you really think Jesus was crucified like millions of years ago? I had like 10 people bring that up to me. And I'm like, no. It was, that was just a throwaway joke. And I had enough. And I just made a tweet. And also, I stand by what I said, even in the subtweet where I'm like, I feel like sometimes Bryan and Sam, think I'm like more of an
We
animal
laughed
than a
about that
person.
when you were gone.
Oh, yeah, we laughed about that.
We laughed about that
Good for
because
you.
you
Yeah,
said
okay, I'm
that
sure
the
you
way
did.
that came out, you're like, I'm like a fucking,
I am
this
God.
misunderstood artist of comedy that
I'm
my shit
tortured.
is so highbrow that Sam and
No.
Bryan are
I
so
never
retarded. They
claimed
don't
it to-
get
no,
the subtle things
that's-
about me saying
maybe that-
Jesus was born a
maybe
million years ago.
That's how that wasn't even the joke I was referring to about you guys. like I assume you got that instantly. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, I went back and I
we've
watched
had
the clip,
conversations,
and you said it, and my eyes just went like, yeah.
Well, I wasn't referring to that in that part of the tweet.
It's because you're so misunderstood and highbrow. I can't get it through my thick head.
Dude, I'm sorry if that's how it came off, but someone on that even tweeted like, yeah, your jokes are just too good. I'm like, no, that's not, like, these are dumpster jokes. It's toilet humor that I'm saying. It's not about it being too highbrow. It's about it.
Is that my problem? I'm too intellectual to understand you.
Yeah, maybe you are so above me on your Norm Macdonald levels or whatever. And my, my little beans and fart jokes.
I think they've actually analyzed it and determined that the smartest brands of humor are where you just copy Norm Macdonald. Where you just write down what he says and then say it back.
Just hope no one else has seen that special.
Yeah, I hope nobody else has seen this bit from one of the most popular comedians ever. Yeah. The point is that whenever you say shit, and this is more directed towards the audience, the people listening. Okay. Yeah. Well, you guys have figured out how to push his buttons, and you guys are doing it perfectly.
It's you. You're the reason for all the troubles in my life. Okay?
What have I done, dude? I've been nothing but a good friend to you.
You do these things, and you, oh God, I can't even reply because you're gonna somehow twist my words and use it against me.
I might just do that from now on. Just leave and come back whenever there's a fucking issue.
Oh, okay.
Because like
you leave and never come back.
Yeah, just leave and don't come back. Okay, so I was watching this. What's this thing called? Let's see if you thought this was as funny as I thought it was, or if you think this is as funny as I think it is. I was watching this thing on Espoo-inage, like Cloak and Dagger stuff. There's like this whole like series on Netflix of like just espionage spy garbage, right? And like the first episode was like a spy fucking something about like pins and stuff or listening devices. That's what it was. And I was like, oh, cool. This got me hooked because there's like weird little microphones and stuff they would hide in places. They have, there's something called a honeypot.
Oh, is that like a woman that they used to entrap people?
Sexually. Nice. And then they blackmail them for information from the state.
Yeah.
And
I've been honeypotted before.
Yeah. Don't have to explain it to me.
I've fallen for it a lot. Yeah. Very easy. There's a fleshlight just on my hotel bed when I got in there, and I was like, sure.
And then the fleshlight blackmailed you for information.
They got this video of me going to town, like the
fleshlight. They're like, if you want this thing to let go of your penis, like it's like a,
it's clamped on there with honey. That's what they call the honey pot. I got stuck to it.
This thing will literally rip off your penis if you don't get state secrets. Yeah. Anyway, so I was watching this one, and like a lot of them were pretty simple. They would just prey on like secretaries that had information or access to information from higher ups, because they train higher ups, but they don't train secretaries to like, not divulge information. Yeah, they're idiots. They're secretaries, right? And so a lot of them were like, they would send in like a hot dude to meet some secretary after work. But this one was fucking great. It was a Chinese lady. Her name was Shi Poo.
Okay.
And Shi Poo was an opera singer in Beijing who became a spy.
Are you sure it's pronounced like that? No way.
Shi Poo.
Shi Poo.
Shi Poo. Anyways, so this dude Bernard Borsico, who was an employee at the French embassy, ended up having a 20-year-long sexual affair with Shi Poo. Now, the kicker here is that Shi Poo was actually a man. And Bornisco...
He Poo.
Bornisco was convinced that Shi Poo was a chick and claimed to have had a child with Bornisco through their relations. This fucking guy was so retarded, he didn't even realize he was having anal sex with this dude the entire time.
Oh my God.
And
wait, who was the honeypot? Shi Poo?
Shi Poo was.
And just what forgot about their mission or something? What they were doing this for 20 years?
20 years. The dude worked at an embassy, and there's a picture of She Poo Poo. Click on that. It's a link to Wikipedia. You're not gonna.
It's gonna be like a website that jump scares me or something. No,
no.
What? I wonder what opera singing like style was. It like the one don bon dibio or whatever? Was it like the really high pitched stuff? Because
I don't know.
Hitting those super highs. Maybe that's
why. Yeah,
that probably played into it.
I doubt Bornisco would have believed that this person was a female if they went out to sing opera and were just like a baritone, just like la 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 la.
I don't even know if that's the type of opera that they did.
I'm actually a chick. It just sounds like STALLTT. I'm actually a chick. You could totally fuck me in my pussy that looks like a butthole. In my pussy that shits.
Yeah, like
hold on, let me clean the shit out of my pussy really quick, and then we can have sex.
I'm pretty sure this isn't okay. I think the she in the last poo maybe, but it's not like pay or something like she pay poo or something.
No, it's just she poo poo.
It's not she poo poo.
It's she poo poo. It's she poo poo for sure. I know Chinese, so it's she poo poo. Anyway, so Bornisco, he was a female in Beijing. This is what She Poo Poo told Bornisco, that he was a female opera singer who had been forced to live as a man to satisfy his father's wishes to have a son. The two quickly developed a sexual relationship maintained in darkness. So for 20 years, this guy was fucking this dude and thought it was a chick the whole time.
Jesus.
And then you could say,
that's the best spy in the world.
I know.
Oh my god, they're
for
incredible.
20 years, I convinced this dude.
Is a professional. Yeah,
very
holy
professional.
shit.
Yeah. Now, what's funny is the last years in death. It doesn't matter. The point is that the son that She Poo Poo claimed that they had together. The son's name is She Doo Doo.
I see it right there. People also search for She Doo Doo, and that one is a lot harder to defend. It's not being pronounced as just straight up doo doo. Oh my god.
What's great about it is it's like you can tell, like, what if she just named him that for the meme? Just be like, my name's very closely to She Poo Poo. Like, come on. What if I have a She Doo Doo as a follow-up?
It's because all they had was anal, and that's how it was born, right? It's through the butt, so
yeah.
They named him She Doo Doo. Damn, dude. I think that at one point that guy was like, I'm fucking a dude, and I like it, I think.
Okay,
20 years is so...
Yeah, 20 years. He had no inkling. Yeah. I just imagine this guy's like the French diplomat version of who's the guy from King of the Hill whose son is like obviously a Native American? What's his name?
Why can I think of his name is Dale.
Oh, Dale. Okay, yeah.
Dale Gribble.
Dale Gribble. This guy is the Dale Gribble of the French embassy. He's a fucking idiot.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay, so the way that this Bornisco guy, see here at the very top, recorded in his diary, Bornisco had previously had sexual relations only with male students in school and wanted to meet a woman and fall in love. So he had never experienced a woman in his life. And then he starts fucking She Poo Poo and it was like, oh, women are just like dudes. They even got penises like my bros back at boarding school.
Yeah, this guy's definitely just a gay man then. He was also just fucking guys.
He's totally just a gay dude, yeah.
Your hair still looks nice.
Thank you.
You've been working out too. You look like you.
Yeah, I've just been eating less. I think you know what we should do is we should get absolutely shredded. Yeah. And then fucking just show up and make everybody look like a pussy.
What's up, bitches? Yeah, and we just like beat the shit out of Bryan.
Maybe Bizzle. We're not going to be able to kill Bizzle.
We can get strong enough. We can.
Bizzle would break us like a fucking twig. I have a feeling he seems all laid back and shit. I feel like he can throw hands. He seems like a guy that could probably. Have you ever seen when Joe from Family Guy gets legs? and he's not in the wheelchair anymore.
No, I don't know.
And he turns into an absolute arrogant dick because he's like, I'm no
at
longer
the end,
handicapped.
they like re-break his legs to humble him or something. Or,
well, they go over there. They're like, we need to re-break Joe's
familiar.
legs so that he'll stop being this asshole. And they go over there to break his legs, and he easily just beats the shit out of all three of them. Oh shit! Hey, you want to hear something kind of funny? I do have a little story.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so like with COVID and stuff, you can't just like go visit people in the hospital.
Yeah.
My grandma ended up going to the hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was horrible. She ended up kind of going crazy, and my mom was like, Jesus Christ, I think your grandma's like losing it. Like she's actually just insane. And she went to the hospital, and my mom went to go visit her, and I called my mom. I was like, do you need me to do anything? Like, because she had on Twitter, I made a tweet that I had to rush over there and like pick up my grandma because she fell. What it is, she's got only one leg. She lost a leg, right? And so, but she had two legs for 60 something years. Well, she started throwing up in the middle of the night and was like, oh shit, I'm throwing up. I need to go to the bathroom, and just like hops out of bed because for 60 years she's had two legs. But for the last decade, she's had one, right? So, but still in the back of her mind, she's like, I just need to get up, go to the bathroom. And she just got up one leg and then, busted and was just throwing up everywhere. And so I go over there to get her up and everything, make sure she's doing all right. And then I leave, and apparently she kept getting worse, like coughing and everything. Well, she has like pneumonia. So she goes to the hospital, and my mom goes up there, and my mom's like, how you doing, Mom? And she's like, oh, I'm doing great. You know, Sam was up here with his daughter, and they made all sorts of arts and crafts, and they cut little things, cherubs, and made like this little paper thing for me. And your son is the nicest boy ever. And but they left it in the old room. And so I'm waiting for the nurse to bring it back to this room. And my mom's like, the fuck are you talking about? And so my mom called me, and she's like, did you come up here? Because I don't think you're allowed to come up here. I go, no, I didn't I'm not going to go hang out in the hospital just because I want to. Like, he told me not to come. I'm not going to go. And apparently when old people get bacterial infections, she has pneumonia in her lungs. But if like old people get like a UTI or something, it makes them go insane. Like they start hallucinating.
Temporarily?
Yeah, like they'll just go insane. And so she just like in her mind.
You got free brownie points. You didn't even have to do anything.
Exactly. I was like, she just decided in her mind that
I'm the best.
My grandson's pretty fucking cool. I'm selfishly fucking like whacking off and playing games and shit while she's like in the hospital. And I called my mom. I was like, do I need to do anything? And she's like, no. And I was like, sweet. Boop. And I hung up.
Yep.
And
tell her I did it.
Yeah.
Tell her I was there.
Yeah. So she thinks I'm fucking cool. I never even showed up or anything.
Jesus. Yeah. He came in here with like 2 supermodels, and his cock was so huge.
Dude, I'm at all the puss I get because like my grandma like is telling all these nurses like, you should see my grandson's cock. It is holy shit, and he's so nice, and
he's a hero. He's a hero.
He's so cool. Yeah,
he was playing his guitar for all the sick kids in the hospital and singing full songs. It was remarkable.
Okay, so the key is we had Swagger Souls, and then
hey everybody,
is that what he? Wow, is he back in here?
What's going on? I was so high the other day.
You're just mad because he called you retarded.
No, I'm not. I've let that go. Okay.
Yeah, it seems like it. So we had Swagger Souls, which means we've gone to another level of popularity.
Yeah, truly, yeah.
And I've decided, like, let's not have guests unless it's someone that we could benefit from having.
High. I think we should have like an actor from like a B or C tier.
That's what I was thinking. Like, we had Swagger. Now we can pull Critical, and then once we get Critical, doors open. Like Michelle Obama. You know, you want to hear somebody that has a ridiculous career? You know, Julia Roberts, her brother.
Holy shit, dude!
Hey.
You guys started, right?
We're in the middle of it, motherfucker, dude. Like, what the hell?
I'm sorry, dude. It was it was like it was a huge meeting. I could not leave. Like, it was important.
Did you say I have a podcast to go to?
No,
I got a side hustle.
I didn't say
you didn't
that.
say
I
that?
didn't say any of that. No.
You should have.
I was like, dude, they're sending pictures of tattoos, of fucking weird Ginger Sam with fucking. I was like, what are they talking about in this fucking thing?
No, the tattoos was before we started. That's why we were still waiting. Actually, Poob had a funny picture he wanted to show us from.
How do
yesterday.
I turn on this
I don't
webcam?
want Bryan to see it.
Why? Why?
Wait, you turn on your webcam? Is that what you just said?
I have a GoPro, but it doesn't work on
don't you
OBS.
just-
No, you are not. You are not going
It's plugged
to
in.
do
It's
your.
plugged in. It's
No.
like my fucking beautiful face shows up. In
No,
the middle
you're not
of
going
it.
into the middle of a podcast to the Bryan face reveal. You save that shit for the next one. If you're gonna just
I would
show
turn
up
it-
all of a sudden,
You know what? Take $50 off. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a fair guy.
wow.
I'm gonna give you a deal.
I'm
Take 50 on the top.
Take 50. Yeah. Did you talk about Poob's anything?
His
Or what did you
breakdown,
guys-
yeah.
Yeah,
where
you
he
talk about
fucking
his
was literally-
breakdown?
He was
I don't
quaking
have
and
to
crying.
just post memes on Twitter. Every once in a while, I can
Oh
just write something. You know,
no,
Something
but
from the heart. Bryan,
Poob.
I know
it's
because
fucking funny. It was funny. I thought it was
the
hilarious.
sentiment that you probably share with Sam is that you were under the perception that I thought my joke was so high tier or something.
No, I didn't think
Is
that at
how-
all.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think that at all. I thought that you were just fucking retarded.
Okay, well, that sounds.
Okay, so I guess audio listeners and probably visual listeners are going to wonder why all of a sudden are we in different clothing and why does it sound so disjointed if you're audio? It's like, why all of a sudden are people in better moods? Well, last episode, or actually, I'm sorry, last time we were together, same episode, Bryan came back from his work meeting and said, hey, I've been gone for 3/4 of this podcast. I got to make up for lost time, and just joins the call and starts screaming at Poob to the point where he's just foaming at the mouth. And Poob just decides, what? Fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna be as non-responsive as possible and just shoot down any and all possibilities of humor. By the way, we had an hour and a half to record that entire episode, and you guys just
I forgot about the time constraint when I was going to the
just being
hypothetical.
he was just being non-compliant the entire time.
That was on me.
And Bryan was just on the attack. So this time we're
I
gonna
was
be nice to
watching-
Poob. And we're gonna finish this fucking episode because we sent it off to STALLTT, and STALLTT came back and he was like, "What the fuck? What was that? That's not even." I think
There's
STALLTT's
nothing.
yeah, STALLTT's afraid to, maybe not afraid. I don't know the word for it, but I think I give him something, right? We give him the podcast, and he thinks of it like an editor, where he's like, "I got to make something out of this."
Mhm.
He is yet to come to me and go like, dude, which I would prefer if he would do this, if he just goes to edit and goes like, this ain't good enough, dude. You're gonna have to go back and shoot round 2. And this was the closest he's ever come to doing that, where he came to me and he's like,
It's really the finished product is just whatever STALLTT thinks is funny. It's all
he's
just based
the gatekeeper of
Oh,
And it
humor.
was
cool.
that.
Yeah.
And we had 2 segments, and they were both terrible.
We had
I
funny
was-
stuff before you showed up.
Then why?
she doo doo,
I
she
came
poo
in-
poo.
Yeah, the whole
She-
she doo doo and she poo poo
Yeah,
was a
cool.
thing.
That was okay.
You missed she poo poo.
I remember.
Well, okay, I didn't expect Poop to go completely limp like a toddler that was fucking having a tantrum after.
Hey, you're
he
not
just
supposed to
went
attack
limp.
him. We're supposed to
Sorry,
we're supposed to be
No,
nice
but
to
I meant, like-
Poob, your hair looks great today.
Yeah, wow. I
That-
love your
Yeah,
sweater.
yours looks a little messier than usual, but
Mine,
I kind of like it. Yeah,
I should comb it.
I kind of
until-
liked it. You
No,
looked a little.
no.
You look kind of like a bad boy.
I
gotta
You
get
looked
the
a little bit
round
like a bad boy.
No, there we go.
This is so off topic, but my neighbor was playing Skyrim yesterday, and he sent me a Snapchat of like a mod that puts you in the game, which was weird.
Did you say?
fuck.
I said, "Oh, cool! Did you download it?" And he was like, "Fuck no!" But I thought it was cool.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that was actually one of like, I would say you could judge your YouTube career based on how involved your audience is, right? So like that guy JFJ, do you know him?
Yeah.
Like he's
Little sock puppet guy.
yeah, a little sock puppet guy. He's like not like a giant YouTuber, but he has such an involved community where people are constantly drawing little fucking cum socks with his face on them all the time. Like there's a lot of artists that are doing like stuff with it. Like it's a very people are really into it.
The sock?
A dude coming to me and going, I want to make a mod of you in Skyrim and I want you to voice it and everything. That is the most involved anybody's ever been with my channel. Yeah, I do all the voice. He gave me a list. He's like, you need to say shit for when you enter a cave, for when you find blank, for when you think this, when attacking, defending.
That's cool.
You know, attacks at range. Like, and so I wrote all this crap and did it. And then that was like in 2015, and nobody has done anything similar to that in like 6 years. So
did they ever even move it?
Relevance is going down.
They added that fireplace, right? In Hunt Showdown, they fixed the logistics of the fireplace.
Yeah, you know what would have been funny though is if they added this wood stove and just had half of a fat guy burning in it with like glasses, cool, like they had shoved my body into it. That cool.
Yeah, you're kind of irrelevant now.
Yeah, huh? I think I'm just slowly slipping off the cliff of relevancy.
I don't know if this is a talking point really, but I do recall earlier, I'll just say earlier, not last podcast, you were just about to talk about Julia Roberts' brother when Bryan joined. He said, he's had the craziest career.
Yeah.
Like, Eric Roberts. So
and then Bryan came in fucking swinging.
Boom, I never got to hear why his career is so crazy.
Busted in the call. And he's like, I just got done presenting whatever at work. And my boss said it sucked. And now I'm fucking pissed off. You know what? I just want... I want you to cut off the end of like whatever the fuck happened after Bryan showed up, but STALLTT, I want you to take time right now to just splice in a part of Bryan's hypothetical to Poob, where Poob is just just answering in the most like one syllabic word answers where he's like, no, yes, how tall is he? You gotta hear this shit. It's so fucking lame. He cuts down any and all possibility of that being funny.
Is it in red lipstick or is it just sheathed?
Well, he brings it out. It's multiple pictures. It's a set, right? He doesn't like he takes one picture. It doesn't take him 2 hours to take one picture.
How is he bringing it out?
I guess
How's he getting my dog hard?
He's probably touching it, right?
Okay.
Or
deal's over.
Deal's over? Okay,
deal's
fine.
Over.
He shows a picture of a very lovely female version of your dog.
Of
that gets
female,
him so
like
aroused.
an exact mirror of my dog?
No, just
Cassie.
No,
just
same
a
strength,
beautiful dog. Just a beautiful.
Is it what type of dog is it though?
It's the whatever the fuck yours. What's yours? A mix of a Chihuahua and a Doberman or whatever the hell it is. I don't know what it is. It's that. And it makes your dog so excited. It makes his heart flutter. A Choberman. He shows you this big Choberman, beautiful dog.
Chobermans are known to have beautiful penises, by the way.
Yeah, and that's what he said. And it's just
showing
$1,000.
my dog a picture just of the dog or of the dog's pussy.
It's a spread
the
eagle.
Dog. It's literally just the dog. No spread eagle. It's just the dog.
What's the dog's name?
Because how pissed
well, yeah, that dog penis picture hypothetical was online to be one of the greats before I broke it apart. Yeah, I think it was really gonna revolutionize hypotheticals.
It could have gone somewhere. You know that
takes a picture. Like I don't get hypotheticals. At the end, I either say yes, I would do that, or I'd
it's
say
one
no.
of those things where
it's a negotiation.
It's one of those things where the journey is better than the
That's true.
Or else they would have just rode the Eagles all the way to Mordor and dropped the ring in.
Well, there's probably other reasons that they've explained why that wouldn't work, but
I would like to equate that hypothetical to Lord of the Rings. Yeah, makes a lot of sense actually.
There was like 5 or 6 of those eagles, right? Why didn't
there's many more, I think, in their own tribes, but
why didn't they take a bunch of go down to the local Ace Hardware, grab a couple 1-inch washers, spray paint them gold, and then get a bunch of little short fellers and give them each a decoy ring with the gold spray painted washer, and then go, you all fly to Mordor.
It's more than visual. They can sense the ring, and the ring's like
almost rub the ring on the washer, like a bloodhound.
Listen, don't talk Lord of the Rings right now, okay? And get all these things fucked up. I mean,
by the way, you and Aqua are so into that fucking series, and you defend it to the death.
Also, the Eagles they're not like slaves to these hobbits. They're their own. Like they could just be like, no, I
No,
don't
they're
want
not
to do
slaves
that.
to the
speak,
hobbits. They're slaves
super
to
intelligent.
Gandalf.
They speak English?
No, they're not slaves to Gandalf.
Well, Gandalf
Probably
calls
owed him
them
a
in.
favor.
He calls them in like
Yeah,
he's
they
called.
owed him one favor.
What did
No,
he do?
no.
What
He
did he
called
do
in
to
those
me?
eagles like they were slaves
Probably
from the
explained in
fucking
Hobbit
from the
or
fields.
something. I don't know.
He was like, "Hey, there's cornbread over here," and those fucking eagles came
Yeah.
running in.
Yeah, he threw a fucking
doesn't
slice of
sound
bread.
right.
Those eagles, by the way, are absolute pussies if they wait until basically all the evil's destroyed and then they're like, "I'll show up."
Like, he goes
Well,
in
they're
for
just
that.
Oh, you
big
want to ride
eagles,
home?
You know, they could
You
probably
want to
Yeah.
ride home? I can do that.
If one of those orcs pulled out a gun or whatever they use as weapons and shot one, I bet it'd kill it. You know?
Yeah, because
Someone in the comments, the orcs didn't have guns, you fucking idiot.
Brian, I actually feel like Poob is serious right now. You do realize that the orcs did not
I wasn't
have
referring to the
They didn't have a
Jesus thing in that
rifle.
tweet. Let's move on. Let's move on.
before we attack them.
Christ.
Yeah.
We can't. Say
I just want to say that you and Aqua just like standing the whole Lord of the Rings thing is just like
Standing.
a decade from
Stand.
now.
In Mount Doom, okay.
No.
Oh,
You
yeah.
literally have the picture of fucking Lord of the Rings
This
behind
is
you.
not Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
okay, but go on.
And he's
It
got
is,
a little
it is.
fucking hobbit dancing on top of dropping
Yeah.
the ring.
Yeah, it's a hobbit.
No, you guys are the equivalent of like 10 years from now, people that are just like, Infinity War was the best movie ever made.
I'm
like you guys are
already
the,
that guy also. I'm
you're
just a fucking
like the
nerd.
Marvel guy.
It's like, why didn't
Not
Thanos
like
just
the
snap more
Marvel.
food into existence?
I just like, I just like that kind of stuff. I grew up on Lord of the Rings and Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like my family really liked it too. So I just
I
fucking
just-
liked it. And then like Marvel movies started coming out. I'm like, these are pretty badass too.
Yeah, they're watchable. Is Abby sending me a text while I'm in here? I told her. I said, no fucking, don't mess with me. I gotta fix these
Get that
guys
money,
fuck ups.
bitch.
Yeah.
Why do you got like
That's
a
how you can
fucking
get all that
allergy bracelet on your arm? What is
fancy
that?
Oh, it's a DNR.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
No,
What
it is.
it?
Can't
Did
you
Abby
just get
give
that on your card?
Like when you
No,
were a kid,
it's a DNR. I decided, I was like, when I have enough, I'll just fucking take a bunch of fentanyl, and then when the ambulance shows up, this will keep them from
Don't you think you
resuscitating.
could put that on the day that you're gonna kill yourself and not just risk anytime you're not ready to kill
I'm
yourself?
teetering.
wearing
I'm
that?
teetering on the edge at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh guys,
You guys better bring.
coffee.
You guys better bring your fucking A game because you don't know, a bad
it for the
performance
same
on this
yeah.
podcast could send me over the edge.
I'm gonna fucking do it, man. Well, you had that
fucking do
tweet
it.
about it.
And then
If you die, you know.
and then if I fucking do it, like I could tell you guys would be like, hey, it'd be really cool if you just go ahead and Venmo me my.
Yeah, can we get at
Go
least,
ahead
can
and
we get-
Venmo. We did complete the episode, so before
Yeah,
you kill yourself,
For his legacy, we gotta keep the Patreon alive. We gotta
Yeah,
keep the account going.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
I would fucking run off
I did
with all
tweet
of it.
that. I was like, if I
I
die,
saw that.
Poob gets the podcast because Brian, let's face it, Brian, you're fucking lazy. And
not true.
I don't think
That's not
you
true.
have been starting a YouTube channel for literally
Not starting.
8 fucking years. 8 years you've been like, I'm going to start one, I swear. But Poob is the second laziest person I know. But
yeah, marginally, but less
Yeah.
Video
lazy.
every 6 months is not bad.
But
You
I
know, that's-
figured you do also like paying your rent, so you might put forth some effort.
And then STALLTT you said the one stipulation being I keep STALLTT on, and then STALLTT said since that's the requirement, I can make my rate whatever I want it to be.
Yeah.
And like he's just gonna fuck me over if you die. So I'd like it if you lived.
Yeah.
For just,
That's
for
the
just that
reason.
reason.
For just
that,
that
yeah.
reason.
And
yeah.
also, I know I'd have to take care of your kids and your wife if you died. I'd have
You
to
basically
become
have
the
to
man of
become
the
him,
house.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to please her in every
Oh,
way.
wait, hold
Yeah.
on. Aqua's
I
messaging.
have to
I
take care of the auto blow.
You
Gotta-
use it.
that
Love.
actually takes more servicing than my wife, believe it or
Yeah.
not.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you? Have
You gotta clean it out after.
You used to.
You don't have to actually clean out my wife after you're done using it.
Yeah. it's
No,
surprising.
she actually got
Courtesy.
pretty upset about me buying an automatic blowjob machine. Can you believe
Yeah,
that?
it's 'cause-
I thought
it's
you
'cause
weren't
you
gonna
ran
tell
in.
her.
You ran in
No,
with
like
this is your
she
replacement
was home and then I ran like a child out to meet the FedEx guy in the front lawn. And she was like,
and she said, "What's that? Say computer."
This is
Computer. Dude, if I said computer, she'd be even more mad because I already have 2 of them in here.
Okay,
He's just gonna-
camera part.
Yeah,
gamer. It's a bracket for something.
She'd be like, "Let me see. I want to see it.
I want to see what it is." Well, I thought she wouldn't be upset because she has like vibrators and stuff. I figured she would not be upset at me getting the male equivalent.
Oh, it's such a fucking hypocrite, bitch. Fuck that stupid
for like
dude.
A fucking podcast bit, like. I was gonna do it and then review it.
It was a bit, yeah. You did, yeah. You totally. It's a bit. I swear, it's like dick balls deep. It's a bit. I swear to God. Let me just call real quick. It's for a joke.
But I've only used it once, and I wanted to use it. I wanted to at least use it like 15, 20 times before I review it.
He had the box in his hands, and she's like, "What is that?" And he had the biggest boyish grin. He's like, "This is gonna save our marriage." And he ran. This is gonna save it. He ran straight to his office. You could hear it going off, and it was moaning.
Yeah,
that's why she got so pissed off.
You think if you put one of her vibrators in it, it could be like
I don't want robot kids.
Like, could you like cuck? Could you like cuck? No, like could you get? I don't know what they call it. Cuck satisfaction from watching your auto blow and your wife's.
That would actually probably fix our marriage, is if we take our sexual tensions and make them fuck each other. I think, isn't that the beginning, the prologue to iRobot? Isn't that how it starts?
I haven't seen iRobot.
Isn't that how Sonny's born, the main guy? That they shove a vibrator into an auto blow AI and it makes...
Is Sonny Will Smith or is that...
No, Sonny's
the robot.
Sonny's the robot.
Oh, the first robot. Okay. I don't fucking know.
Does he say that? Does he go, hello?
I am iRobot.
Well.
You know what's funny about that movie is they have like all these. Shut up! Do that fucking face when I talk. No, that movie they show them being like little subservient little robots the whole time. There's not a single one of those things walking around with like a strap on, which is the first thing.
Yep.
They say the internet, like 30% of the shit that's searched on the internet is pornography. That means like 1 out of 3 of those robots would have on like one of those belts ready for a dildo.
Yeah, that's directly translates the robots that this company is creating.
The robots would have strap-ons.
10% of the internet looks up kittens. That means that 10% of these robots.
They should be holding cat Polaroids and big cocks. This is wrong.
Yeah, that's the future.
So she's not going to let you keep it?
Well, it's not a fucking, it's not like a stray puppy. No. It's not like
I mean, I named it already. You can't get rid of it now. Once you name your auto blow Charlene, but once you name your auto blow, then you can't get rid of it.
I thought you named it Abigail 2.0.
You should tell her to put her pussy in it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Just like cram it, right? That's how they work.
I think it is, yeah.
Hers is, I mean, come on, those are some big ass kids. Like, oh wait, Drew's C-section.
What? Excuse me?
But, I was saying she's probably got to lose. Like,
no, she had a cesarean. She had a cesarean for both of them.
Well, your cock
put her in her
so
tummy.
big, right?
No.
Is she gonna listen to this? I'm so sorry.
No,
is she still listening to these?
She started listening to them at work, and trust me, this is the least of our worries because.
Okay. I'm sorry, Abby.
If she listens to and then hears about the whole weed thing, then I'm in trouble. Oh my god, I'm in so much trouble.
Honestly, if it makes you feel any better, it was probably so bad she dropped the first one she listened to.
Yeah.
She says they're hard to listen to for her.
Exactly.
Good. Yeah.
Why would she listen to them? It's like complete opposite of her sense of humor, which is none. You know what I mean? Hey, they don't. You know what I'm saying? No, but
she watches Wine and Crime, which is like The View, but they talk about people dying, and then they drink wine about it.
I forgot you said she's one of those true crime.
Yeah, she's a true crime lady. Yeah.
Yeah, she's plotting.
Scary.
It is.
Trying to see where they went wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about that. Well, anyways, how's the auto blow?
I don't want to get into it quite yet.
Why not?
Is it like that's?
Is it revolutionary? Like,
no.
Did you explode, or were you just like, wow, this is a waste of 300?
Okay, fine. If you want, I just did it. I didn't want to be like Kotaku, where they do a full fucking like giant 4-page review, and then at the end they're like, by the way, I only played the game for 4 hours.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's fair. You got to try it in different positions.
Yeah,
upside down.
Yeah.
Side.
Okay.
And maybe there's like a thing where like when you got like your fleshlight, when you put it on the first time, you're like, this is different, you know, and then like
IGN first impressions,
you be like used to it, and then it's better. This fucking thing, Okay. I
started talking to me.
Did you pretend you're the auto blow and give me a visual? What does it do exactly?
What did it? Yeah.
No, I'm trying to explain this. I'm trying to explain this without like bragging. Okay, so like I don't have like
bragging.
without bragging.
What up, making you feel horrible?
No. Okay, dude, I am not like a big
said it
guy.
couldn't accept my giant penis.
I am not like a. I don't have.
Into it.
No,
my mouth looked kind of small. Sorry.
Yeah, it fucking that thing clamps, dude. I don't have like a jumbo cock. All right,
I couldn't get one.
My cock is kind of girthy. It's not. I'm not like a long boy, right? I got a chode. I got a tuna can cock. No, the point is, this thing fucking like clamps on to the point where the entire time you're using it, you're like struggling to push blood into your cock because it's like,
oh god,
it's fucking squeezing it out of there.
Is that why you're talking about sausages?
Then you turn it on, and it's just like gunk, 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 gunk. But it's weird because it's so much like compression that like you almost can't feel the sensation of the thing moving, right? And so then, but like afterwards, like, you know, I had to sit there and like I fucking finally got into like the mental headspace to nut, right? But afterwards, like,
but you still nutted in it? You still were like,
I had to fucking figure it out. Yeah, I had to. It was an ordeal. No, like afterwards and the next day, it felt like my dick had been beaten up. Like it hurt. It hurt. It seriously hurt.
They need smiling in the background.
They need to come out with like a Steven Tyler version where like the mouth is just double the size, like just a big mouth.
When you showed it, that's why I was like, does it move much? And you're like, no, it doesn't have much give.
Yeah.
Like, does it have like a tongue or something?
I should be able to show this thing, right? Because it's like, you know.
Oh, man, this is
some comes dribbling out of it.
Just, it's just like the fucking mouth is so freaking tiny. Like my finger's having a problem. Like, dude, you have to lube up. Like, you're gonna spend a fortune in lube with this thing.
That's small.
Yeah.
Do they have bigger sizes for gentlemen with bigger needs?
Well, I bought the kids version. This is the Fisher Price. When your 6-year-old's had a good year.
Yeah, you get them that instead of an Xbox.
Yeah.
If you can figure out what this does, you deserve to have it.
Yeah. Little Jimmy Neutron kid trying to figure it out every day.
It's for practicing kissing, I think.
It's already been used
a couple times. Yeah.
It's still wet.
Some sort of French kissing robot. Yeah.
You fill it a little bit with something, you turn it on, it like splashes out of the mouth. It's a vomit simulator.
It spits.
Oh.
It spits back at you. Yeah.
Wow, that's a good idea. Holy shit. That's fucking what the fuck?
I'll probably be saving my money unless you get a
you can't fucking. I noticed you got back from your week-long vacation. I figured you would have come back and hit the ground running. You've streamed like once this week.
Okay, well,
I thought you would make up for lost time. I know you're hurting for cash because you also you weren't here for an episode, so you're probably like, how am I gonna pay my bills?
Well, I'm doing a stream tomorrow.
Oh, that's sad.
There you go.
That's sad.
That's sad.
But
no, that's cool.
No,
what do? You play the game
for 2 hours, and I'm just like, well, I can't really talk about. I'm like, this could void my contract.
No, don't worry. Yeah,
this will air after it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No, you're not allowed to talk about it like at all in the contract. So like, just don't even include that part. Not fun.
You know what you should do?
I like the idea
for money on stream. You should do. Have you seen that Ludwig guy? Have you heard of him?
Yeah. He's like, isn't he like the top subbed guy now? He just hit that the other day.
You know how he did that?
Subathon. Right?
Yeah, he did a subathon, which is where like every sub extends the length that you will actually stream, which is the most. And what's funny is like he made it to the point where he's the #1 most streamed person or most subscribed person. And like he has like tears in his eyes and shit, and everybody's like, "Yeah, we're so proud of you." Yeah. And I'm like, "You realize that you guys just got played like, like a bunch of fucking rubes." This guy, like, if there's any like the greatest swindlers of all time are streamers, because if there's any way that they can separate some fucking a retard from his money, like a streamer's gonna figure it out. Like
a literal
I'll
free
stay
content
on
stream
for an extra 10 seconds if you sub. And people fucking he made like hundreds of thousands in 1 month.
Even like they'll sleep during it too.
Yeah,
which
he
is
slept
crazy.
on a fucking bed.
Well, you
and,
kind of
like,
have
do
to,
that?
or you die. Yeah, well, because
Yeah.
you can't stay up for like 30 days in a row. I
thought
watched this
Twitch, like,
one
banned you for
streamer.
that.
I watched this one streamer, and he did a subathon, and it lasted 26 days or something. And 80% of the time when I click on his stream, he'd be asleep, but he wouldn't be showing himself asleep. He'd just have cartoons playing or like Hell's Kitchen. And that was like 80% of his stream, and he made so much fucking money. It was insane.
How did he not get banned?
I don't know how he was even showing those shows, but I think I mean, fuck, I'll do a subathon one day. You know, I'm probably not ready, apparently, but
Yeah.
like a 24-hour
There's
almost
nothing
killed me.
funnier than trying something when you don't have the audience to back it up.
It's like just be really sad.
It
I'd
is
be
sad.
like
I
a 20-minute
think I've
stream.
talked about this before in a video or something, but like one of the funniest things I've ever seen is Young Lean.
Yeah.
He did a song with this guy, a damn killer, and it's called 10, right? And they had this song, and that was like a damn killer's peak. And then since then, that was like 6 years ago. Since then, he hasn't done shit except for like he makes like these little mixtapes that nobody fucking cares about. And he'll make a tweet where he's just like, "All right, guys, you give me 5,000 likes and I'll drop my new mixtape." And like his tweet will get like 4 likes. And
That's awful.
and he's like, "All right, well, some of you were kind of hurting for this, so I'll drop it anyways." And I'm like, dude, like this fucking hurts to watch, man. This is so fucking sad.
The guy I just mentioned, the subathon guy, all of his tweets are like that, like 2,000 likes in 1 minute, or I don't start streaming. But he gets them like every time.
Or I
It's
don't
insane.
start streaming. That's fucking
It's just
annoying.
like if you want to stream, I need 10,000 likes in 10 minutes. It's like, whoa.
Oh my god, I want
What?
to throw a brick through that guy's window. Fuck that
Yeah,
guy,
I know,
dude.
I know. I started seeing that. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. That's like, it reminds me of people that are like, yeah, $20 so I don't turn the webcam on. Like, that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
You're
that
a fucking
kind of
number,
stuff,
you
yeah.
son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You're nothing but a number.
But when you're at
I
that
hate
point,
that.
it's weird. Like when your chats just move like emojis only.
Yeah.
There's
They
even
just
larger
fucking-
disconnect between
they're
you
just
and
like-
the numbers, you know?
What was
They're
funny
fucking
though was
babies that are just pressing like little pictures that they like. And it's
Like idiocracy
all
fucking
it is.
typing on like
at the end of that
emojis.
stream, he was like, what did he say? He was, it was something about like, you guys, I just want to emphasize that you guys are not my friends.
yeah, I don't
because
like
like
you.
something about like parasocial relationships is what he says. Like he's like, I don't want to lead you guys on that you're my friends, but I do appreciate you.
He
And
said
I
that.
think you should do the opposite, Poob. You should be like,
You're my
like,
brother.
It's my style.
I'm gonna be there for you for life.
just
You
really
know me.
ambiguous, like look directly in the camera, like you are my friend and I'm talking directly to you. You know who
There's
you
a-
are.
There's a chance I fuck you one day. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I'm like,
You know
If
who
you're
I'm talking
stalking
about.
me, I really appreciate it.
Keep going. You're getting
come say
warmer.
hi.
You're getting very
go get
close
lunch.
to finding out where I live.
Oh god.
I yearn for the day that I look up from the toilet and you're staring at me through the window. That's when I know I've made it. Yeah.
I think that's very charming. Yeah, when people
Yeah.
stalk if you send me a picture of my family at work, oh my god.
Guys, I've been dropping clues every stream, and some of you get real close.
Yeah.
I've been dropping coordinates one number at a time.
Yeah, I'm dying of anticipation here.
Yeah.
I'm about to bust.
Yep. Because like titty streamers do that, but there's like a line where they're like, no, you're not my, like once it turns sexual, they're like, no. You
Yeah.
know, but they'll act like they're your best friend. You need to just
Dude,
make
oh.
sure that it's like, no, you're my best friend and it's sexual. Like whatever you want.
I
Whatever it
can't
takes.
show it, but I'm bricked up right now. I am rock hard.
I'm gonna start
underneath
selling
this
whistles
set.
that you can blow, and I'll just appear, and I'll come and fucking suck you off or whatever you want to do.
Each sticker that you buy, I kiss it with
Yeah,
red
you kiss
lipstick, and then I mail it.
Yeah.
And then you throw it into a fire, and then I just appear out of thin air.
You know, that
Dude.
Ludwig guy, like midstream, I was looking at it, and when he had to cook, he would do like cooking streams.
Oh.
I want to do a fucking cooking stream.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
Yeah, I would do that. Except for Grossgore's cooking streams. I saw one of those.
I haven't seen those.
Do you remember Grossgore, Brian?
Yes, the British guy that got banned or whatever. He's a fucking mental case. Yeah.
Have you seen his cooking streams?
No.
They're fucking hilarious. They have just as little cooking as you would imagine. Like he would say he's making cookies or something like that. The guy's like he's like a hobbit. He's like 5'2", right? But he's also, you know, he like bleaches his hair and everything, and he got like a nose job and stuff. And so he's like, and his fucking life's a train wreck. So he like goes out to clubs and gets girls and stuff, and that's how he, you know, I guess his self-worth comes from that. But he in his cooking streams, like half of his cooking streams, he's just sitting there just going like, "Oi, bruv, you guys won't believe it. Went down to the club, got two birds. Fucking slipped in their cunts like that, mate." He's like the slimiest fucking little guy, and his camera like is up on the crown molding, so he just looks like he's like 1 foot tall, just walking around with like a Supreme handbag on. Fucking hell, mate, these fucking cunts, mate. Fucking love them birds. Yeah.
God, I hate that.
It was kind of funny, and then he got banned for sexual harassment.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's what he got banned for.
Who would have thought? Wait, was this Twitch? Because I thought he was on like a hitbox or something.
No, he got banned from Twitch, and then he went to YouTube, and then he came crawling back on all fours back to League of Legends, and there he is. Yeah, just like me and Poob will come crawling back to Tarkov because we're
no fucking way. That's like we'll go crawling back to Rust if you want to go truly full circle.
Fuck it, Skyrim multiplayer. I'm going back. Yeah, that's what I'm going back to.
I'm gonna go play Halo 1 all the time. I'm gonna play the first game I ever fell in love with.
Mine was Chip's Challenge. That was the game I fell in love with.
Mine was probably Halo 1.
Fell in love with.
Yeah, I love that game. I would save the level codes and everything on a piece of paper.
You got your auto blow has a picture of Chip's Challenge on it, kind of thing.
Okay, it doesn't have a picture of Chip's Challenge. It has a picture of Chip. All right.
Chip, okay.
Yeah, you don't. I don't literally have a picture of his challenge. I have a picture of him.
Like a little riddle.
He looks like me. He looks fucking. Yeah, look up Chip's Challenge.
Whenever I hear Chip's Challenge, I think of fucking like. Yeah, I think of like a squirrel or some shit.
No. You're thinking like Conquer Spad Fur Day and shit like that.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna put this shit. I've used this for a Tarkov thumbnail. Look at this. This looks exactly like me, Poob.
Holy shit, dude!
I am
that
Chip.
had such an impact on your life. Then.
Yeah, you're
Holy
like,
crap.
wow, representation for me and media.
Wow,
so
he has
awesome.
me in 10 years. What the hell is this? Awesome. I gotta get this.
This game looks like shit. I'm not gonna lie, but it probably
does.
was fun back then.
Like shit. That game is fucking awesome.
It's a maze. He has a shitty key, a giant piece of dentures, and a fucking like round apple. Like it's like the roundest apple.
Okay, don't even act like.
What is
getting
that?
Chased by giant dentures isn't the scariest fucking thing you've ever thought
of.
Is
that fire? What is that?
It's just like Minesweeper, but with
what the fuck
like a little
Chip's
fat
Challenge
nerd.
fucks hard, dude.
So anyways, Mario 64 is pretty fucking awesome. You ever play that, Poob?
Yeah, when I was a fucking baby.
I know, dude. I had great memories of that game, and then every time I get on Twitch, Aqua's fucking playing it in the lamest way possible.
Speedrunning.
He like avoids all the cool levels because of his stupid speed run. He doesn't even take the 1 second time it would take to throw that fucking baby penguin off the cliff like I do every time I play.
He would fail the mission. Well, I guess he could do it after he gets the star.
Yeah.
You know?
After you get the star, then you chuck that baby out the cliff like you're supposed to.
You're doing it all wrong.
He's doing it wrong. Yeah. And then he goes to like the Sahara mission, which like nobody in their right mind plays that one. Yeah, nobody plays that. And he avoids just all the cool stuff, all the cool swag stuff. Like whatever. What was the mission where like the furniture comes alive in that?
Oh, the haunted house.
Yeah.
The haunted that one's sick too.
I like how every podcast at some point it comes down to us shit talking Aqua. And like when do you think's the last time they've shit talked to you on the gamer hole? Like probably never. Yeah, like
I don't think
you left.
I think the second I leave Aqua's Discord call, he forgets I exist.
Yeah, he just deletes you out of it. It's the healthiest option, honestly.
Smart, yeah.
Yeah. His therapist told him to just act like I don't exist when I'm not around. Yeah.
Aqua's pretty convinced that he's just an imaginary friend that appears sometimes.
You know how people have like what is that called, a mental library where they to like categorize stuff. He has like he has a Bastille in his where he just locks me away in it whenever I'm gone. Yeah, it's like a prison that he locks me in. Yeah.
An episode of Goosebumps.
That's just fucked up, Aqua. Jeez.
Dude, we should do a cooperative cooking stream.
That'd be sick. And then you like.
We would be talking to each other, and you would cook one dish, and I would cook the other, and then you would also
feed it.
No, before the stream starts, we actually cook the other ones, and then we act like I'll pass over a plate, and you'll like go and grab it, and we'll have the same fucking paper plates or something like that, and be like, dude, this looks great, thanks, as if we're in the same room.
People will be like, what the freak's going on?
And mine would be really fucking racist because I would be like the Elvis of a cooking stream. I would act like I'm like, guys, I just made up this new dish, and I would cook only like African American like meals. Yeah. I just made this up. I'm gonna call it jambalaya. I just collared up these greens. This is a new thing I made.
It'd be funnier if fucking Poob was like, I don't like making a cake, or Sam's making a cake, and then you just go and have a clearly store-bought cake still in the plastic packaging. Like, wow, Sam, this looks awesome. Thank you. It's like not even the same. It says like "Happy Birthday, Josh" on it or something.
I passed from my screen. I passed like this horribly iced garbage chocolate cake, and you pull a white wedding 3-tiered cake.
It sounds expensive, but get a professional wedding cake, many hundreds of dollars. Going into this.
Just get a fucking ice cream cake from Dairy Queen with like a printed picture on it. Like that's
the printed ones on top. Yeah. But the printed picture on top is a picture of me passing my cake.
True. It's gotta keep going deeper.
Yeah, going deeper. Yeah. Oh. And then you pass me whatever you're making, and it's a picture of you receiving my cake with the picture of me on it. And then you passing me whatever dish you have.
The people at Dairy Queen are like, what the fuck? what am I printing on these cakes?
What is this shit?
This is a prank? Get the hell out of here, kid.
What are these weird Photoshop pictures?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That's a pretty good idea, though. It's a joint but separate cooking stream. That's fun.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Separate but equal.
Yeah, I would do my black recipes, and you would do your cracker cooking or whatever.
cracker cooks.
Whatever honky shit you decide to make. Fucking sauerkraut and fucking beans, lima beans, you piece of shit.
I eat sauerkraut and beans, dude.
Me being a man with culture, I'll make gumbo and cornbread.
That's like what my mom makes more than anything you've listed for what I eat. Like grits, like cornbread, chicken. Beans.
You don't eat fucking grits. You're up north, bitch. Shut up.
That whole part of the family's all from like Tennessee and Kentucky, so I eat a fuck ton of grits. I eat a lot of biscuits and gravy too.
Is that considered cultural appropriation?
No, it's not considered cultural appropriation. It's what they used to cook in the mountains.
All right.
They got like 4 things. You gotta get creative with your ingredients.
Biscuits and gravy is so fucking good.
Oh my god, I love beans and cornbread. I think so most with the right type
good.
Of cornbread, I think it's.
Cornbread can go bad real fast. Yeah, like good cornbread is, and if it's hot and everything, oh shit.
So maybe if you're feeling crazy, a little bit of butter on top, and then just the beans and a little bit of onion.
But what fucks it up is when someone tries to make, they're like, oh, I'm having a lot of people over, I'll make a thick loaf of cornbread. Dude, that pan, it has to be a thin sheet, so it's like crusty all the way around. I hate more than anything a thick thing of cornbread. Like, remember The Green Mile, where Tom Hanks is like, hey, I'm bringing you some cornbread. And the guy acts like, he's like, I think his name is Green Mile in the movie. Green Mile is like the big black guy. He's like, oh, thanks, sir, for bringing me this cornbread. And then he pulls out the napkin. I would have thrown that shit on the floor. I would have been like, I'm on death row, but this cornbread's like 3 inches thick. This is garbage. I would have just thrown it on the fucking dirt.
This shit's gonna kill me earlier. I don't want this.
Yeah, this is garbage. Tell your wife.
He throws it at the wall and breaks a hole in the wall. He just runs out and escapes. That'd be amazing.
funny that you.
Oh.
I watched a scene from The Green Mile yesterday, only for like 20 seconds. I was at my neighbors and I was trying to. I'm honestly concerned that my eyes don't like lubricate enough anymore. I'm getting in my head about it after
after we made fun of you for
after you had like
and
3
I
drops
was over there and I was just like, oh my god, my eyes have never been so dry. And like when I blink, like I was just also like,
okay, for the audio listeners, I need to fully just explain how he did this last episode. Have you ever seen where like Lance Armstrong is on like the last mile of a race and he'll take his water bottle and just squeeze like a stream into his open mouth from a foot away? We were mid conversation. Poob pulls out like this big giant bottle of saline and without blinking just like hoses his eyeballs. It was the most inhuman.
Oh fuck!
Like that motherfucker was a synth. If this was Fallout 4, I'd be like, that guy's a fucking robot. The second he fucking lubricates his eyes, like he's using an oil gun.
When I used to use it when I was a kid, people would be like, "Wow, what the fuck? Like, what do you? It feels good though, you know. It's refreshing. It's like drinking a nice glass of water."
Okay, the fucking
it's refreshing to spray your eyes down with saline solution.
Don't you guys hate it when your eyeballs are so dry?
But I was over there and I didn't have any solution, so I was trying to make myself cry. And it's just like it started by just thinking of like really sad thoughts, and I just ended up like making myself sad but not crying. And then I like YouTubed, you know, like saddest video ever. And after like 20 minutes, I realized like, wow, like it's really hard to just cry from a YouTube compilation or a movie scene without any context.
Yeah,
it's like impossible to like feel the emotions. To feel emotions is impossible.
How high were you? How fucking high were you? This was a good idea.
Yeah, eventually I was like, you know what? I'll just walk 20 feet over to my place and get some solution.
Yeah,
I was like, at a point I was dedicated. Like, man, can I cry?
What's your go-to scene if you want to that's made you cry?
I went through a couple. Well, that's the thing. There hasn't been very many movies that have made me cry. And when
you told me earlier that season 3 of Video Game High School made you cry
with the context.
Shit, that fucking visual garbage.
It's like a sophomore in high school, but I do love that.
You were a sophomore in high school for that?
I don't know, maybe older. I don't know.
No way.
Yeah, I remember when that shit came out. Wait, holy fuck! I'm getting like a million messages here. Oh, Bizzle's leaving groups.
No, look what you did.
Oh my! Because I kicked him out of the. Yeah. I feel so bad. I kicked him out of one group, and now he's leaving every single group that he's a part of. Yeah. Oh no, I feel horrible. Oh well.
But, yeah. I looked up the Goodwill Hunting. Like, it's not your fault. That popped up. I watched a little bit of the Green Mile. I watched the La La Land ending.
Oh, did you watch the ending to the Free State of Jonestown?
No, I didn't.
It's at the end they deem that interracial marriage is actually legal, and that usually
gets you.
Makes me
tearjerker.
That makes me cry tears of sorrow.
There's so many videos that are like try not to laugh challenge.
I still get
more like try to cry challenge. I mean, I just fucked that all up, but yeah. Am I right?
Try not to cry challenge.
More
you know
like
what gets me is Toy Story 3.
Oh, what the incinerator
when
scene?
There's an incinerator and fucking
It's more sad when Andy's walking away.
No, fuck Andy. Andy's a punk bitch. You left him in a box for 10 years. Like, he had it coming. Woody's like struggling so hard. He's like, guys, we're gonna get at it. And he looks up and all of his friends have like full on accepted death.
Yeah,
they're like, bitch, we're riding this roller coaster down to the end, and then the little space alien boys save him. Yeah.
Lame, you know what I mean? It would have been way more impactful.
You watched this recently and cried about it.
Yeah, I was.
What?
Yesterday. I watched it yesterday.
You cried?
Okay, I was gonna say you've got this fresh.
Yeah.
You cried. You did not cry. Fuck off.
Absolutely, I did.
I want to see this. I want to see you watch it right now.
I'm not going to watch it and cry in front of my friends.
It's about the build up. You have to have the context.
You have to have the context. I was living Woody's life with him.
You were in a good enough, film. I'd call that.
Yeah.
You really become a character.
Absolutely, Kino. That movie is. Yeah.
I feel like I'm a fucking robot. I didn't cry at that. I guess they're burnt up. I guess they're fucking dead toys.
I've cried twice in my life. My dad broke my arm when I was 9 years old, and then when Woody and his friends are about to get incinerated.
Those are not the only. You cried when your wife told you she was pregnant both times, right?
No, but when Woody and his friends were gonna get incinerated,
and then he found out that the lady sheriff girl was also pregnant. He's like, no, not the baby,
it's not so much that they're going to die; it's that they accept death before it happens. That's the sad part.
What is death?
That's why you're crying.
You know, do they have a?
They're fucking toys. They don't go anywhere. I guess they go and possess another toy.
Well,
right?
no. What says like a human lives their whole life, and then they know death is coming. But like a toy, they're just waiting to be discarded. You know, and it was that moment that they realized that they're like,
you need to write a little like paper on this movie or something.
Just thinking about it, dude.
Yeah, just kidding.
Saddest moment in my life is now being replaced from when my dad broke my arm. This is now Woody getting discarded and burning to death is now the fucking saddest thing. Yeah,
it's just like a heavy. Like, did he break your arm intentionally, or like was it like an accident?
He said that if he didn't suck his dick, he was going to break his arm.
The real question is, what do you think the horse was thinking? You know, the horse that like Woody's little companion horse. Yeah, because he holds his hand out, so he's obviously sentient.
Yeah,
but I'm really like just trying to steer the conversation away from the horrible abuses that I endured as a child.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, or that part when Woody gets his arm broken by Andy.
Yeah, that's the worst.
No, okay. So what's funny is my when I was 9, it was Father's Day. This is the best Father's Day I ever gave my dad. We were wrestling on the floor, and my dad grabbed my wrist, and I just put both my feet on his chest and pulled as hard as I could, and it just like snapped my elbow.
Fucking hurt you.
Yeah, it like no, because he was holding on to my hand. It just like yanked my elbow out of socket, and it like tore a bunch of cartilage that was in my elbow. So then, which was totally my fault because I was the one that did the action that broke my arm, right? But then we went to the hospital, and like every person that was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "My dad broke my arm," and my dad's there with me, and everybody's just like looking at him. Like, you fucking son of a bitch. And he's like, no, we were wrestling. It was, and I was just like, he broke it. He snapped my arm.
I gotta be minus.
He's like, he said it was Father's Day and that I disappointed him, and he snapped my arm. Yeah. But I cried, but I didn't cry nearly as hard as when Woody and his friends were coasting towards the incinerator.
When I broke my hand, I didn't cry at all. Okay. I was a big tough guy about it when I broke my hand. Also, completely, like...
High?
No, I was blacked out. I don't remember it, really. I just woke up the next day and was like, ow.
Wait, how old were you?
It was like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So you didn't cry as a 20-year-old man?
This is like my Abby version of like, if my family heard this part, I would be in big ass trouble because I waited like 2 days and told them I broke my hand. And in the revised story, I was completely sober and someone stepped in front of me while I was driving a Lime scooter. And I heroically almost swerved away. Just got in the grass a little bit and fell and broke my hand. In reality,
that sucks.
I was riding a scooter back from the
your
bars.
left hand or right hand?
Like, it was my left hand, luckily.
Wait. So you told your parents that you swerved in order to avoid somebody and broke your hand, but in reality, you were just blackout drunk driving a fucking scooter?
I was flying down. The horrible thing too is I was on campus at the time, and like if I got caught for that, I'd just be expelled. And I already had one strike technically, and you only get 2 strikes there.
What was your first strike?
Wow,
we'll talk about that another time. Let's just say I already had a strike. Okay.
Oh, that was you cheating.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Like once you get one strike, it doesn't matter what realm you're in. It's academic, drinking, you get in a fight, anything counts as your second, and you're just fucked. Yeah. But
I remember one day Poob was like, "Hey, I got this paper. Do you want to hear it?" And he goes, "I wrote this paper." And he's like,
Brian,
Brian and Sam, can you judge this, how it sounds? And he goes, all right, so it starts with, I have a dream.
Yeah.
And I said, I think this might be plagiarized a little bit. And he goes, no, I wrote this all myself. And then they caught
masterpiece.
him. They caught him for plagiarizing, and he got in trouble.
I feel like I've already told this story though before on the podcast. Like I was just fucked up. I was driving home. I break my hand. Like it's in and out at this point, but I remember kind of crashing, and then I remember being like, okay, I'm done. Because like even then, blacked out. I'm like, well, it's so lucky I didn't fuck up my teeth or fuck my head up. So I just called an Uber. And the Uber driver gets there, and I'm like, I hit my chin, like I'm just bloody, and my hand is just like destroyed and broken, and I'm just blacked out, and the lime is just in the middle of the road, and the guy was like, "Was that you? Like, is that yours?" And I was like, "No." Like, dude, he was like, "You should probably go lock it up so you don't get charged for it." And I was like, okay, yeah, good idea. And like I went over, like he was a really nice guy. I just rode home silently, like. And the next day, I'd already made plans to go out, so I go over to my friends. We start drinking. I make it to the bars. I run into my friend that's pre-med. I was like, "Does this look like it's kind of starting to hurt? Like, how does this look?" He's like, "Oh man, you need to go to a hospital. That doesn't look good at all." I'm like, "Oh, it's too late now. And this day, I'm already, out." And I run into another friend that's pre-med, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that is certainly broken, man. Like, it should not. Your hand shouldn't be, 3 times the size as this hand.
It looks like a surgical glove that's been blown up.
Yeah, it looks like I cut a little hole and blew up my skin. Yeah, that was really gross, though. I had a. This is just. You guys know I've always got these stupid little stories, very related to being like, no, that's not mine. God, I hate that these stories all involve alcohol too, but I was
you
in
have
Minnesota.
a problem.
Yeah.
No, these are all weekends. These are all on Saturday nights.
No, because like Willard, we make fun of him for being an alcoholic because he would drink all the time. But then you came into a thing, you're like, it's been a while since I've been blackout drunk. And like it's happened a bunch. And we're like, that's Willard, like you're an alcoholic. How many times have you been blackout drunk? He's like, I have never in my life been blackout drunk.
Well, it's the difference between, quality and quantity. Okay. The quality of the times I drink, I really just want to, keep drinking.
You just go all the way and fucking...
No, it's not even super common. It's just happened, multiple times. But I was at a place once in this bar. I threw up. I don't know why at all. Like I don't know why I did. I threw up in the urinal. And like a lot. Like I had just eaten pizza too. I threw up all in the urinal. And I just stepped one over and started peeing in the urinal next to it. And a guy walked in there and like went to the urinal next to me. It was like, "Oh my God." And I was like, "Yeah, like watch out, man. Someone threw up in there." And I just had like throw up on my, afterwards I looked in the mirror and I just had throw up like on me. And I was like, "Oh man." And I went back out and like, "Yeah, we should probably leave." And I was with like 3 girls that were all just, out of my league, and we take an Uber home, and they're like, "Oh my God, what is that smell? Like you reek, like you smell like throw up so bad." And I just remember being like, "Oh fuck," like, "Oh man," like, "Oh, this sucks."
You know who you remind me
you
of?
gotta be drunk.
Yeah. My brother had a friend who's actually dead now, but he
drinking
from the thing that I'm about to say. He so I was like 15, right? So I had my learner's permit, and all of a sudden, like, I'm home alone. It's like 9:00 at night, and I get a knock on the door. And it's this guy. He's just standing there. It's my brother's friend Chris, and he's just covered in sweat, and he's just like super sweaty. Yes, Chris Farley. And he walks into the house, and he's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm pretty good." And he goes like, "Is your brother home?" I'm like, "No, he's not home. I'm home alone." I'm like, "He should be home soon." And then I'm like, "I'm playing like Call of Duty 2, so if you wanna, like, I'm gonna go back in there. Follow me in here." And he sits like right next to me. And this guy's like ex-football player, so he's huge as shit. And he's sitting there, and like it took me a while to realize this guy's high as shit. Like he's on pills, absolutely blasted. And I was like, "So there's no car in the driveway. Did you like drive here?" And he's like, "Nah. I crashed my car like 2 miles down the road, and then I ran here." And I'm like, "Oh." He's like, Yeah, I actually somebody's probably going to call the cops soon, and I actually have a lot of pills in that car, so could you drive me down there to go get the pills?
Yeah.
And I go, no, I'm not going to. Like, I have a learner's permit. I'm not. My first driving expedition is not to go do a drug run to get
How do I
drugs out of your
remind you
car.
of this guy? Wait, what point does it switch into this guy and I sharing qualities? Is that the story?
The pills.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I don't do hard drugs, and also I never drive, even if I'm like a little high or
You
like.
just told me you drove and crashed
That
and
was a
broke your
lie.
hand.
That was a lime. Okay, that was
A lie,
different.
yeah.
What's a
That's
lime?
a scooter.
That's the same thing.
It's a scooter. It's an electric scooter that you can rent.
You could kill
You thought I
48
meant a
babies
car?
on a lime. If
Yeah,
they're-
you could run-
I did not drive a
if
car.
a baby
blackout
is
run over a
crawling
small
across
dog and
the
kill it.
yeah, or a
dude. Okay,
chihuahua.
listen. Well, it's not. No, it's also still illegal to drive a lime, and it's not smart. But I had a tried and true route that I'd take. I could go on an autopilot, and I'd just wake up in my bed with my contacts out.
With a broken
Okay.
hand.
Yeah.
Normally not a broken hand. That's the first bone I've ever broken.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not like that guy. Okay,
That's how you knew something was up. That's how you...
No, I didn't crash a car.
How
I
did he
crashed
die?
a lime.
He was on he did heroin a lot. And
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Geez.
yeah,
It's
and
a
then
slippery
so
slope,
what
Poob.
he did, this is actually really sad. He did heroin, and the way heroin works is like if you take like 1 milliliter of heroin and it makes you high, the next time you take heroin, like 1 milliliter won't get you that same level of high. So you constantly keep having to up your dosage because you
Yeah.
become more and more what's the word, resilient to it, right?
Resistant. Yeah.
Yeah, resistant. And so then he stops cold turkey because his wife is like, dude, we got like a kid coming on the way. Like, you need to stop. And so
What am I
he
supposed
was
to do with this 3 liter? What am I gonna
yeah,
do with this?
he was totally stone cold sober for like 2 years. And then he lost his job one day and he went home and he tried taking his dose of stopping heroin. You know what I mean? But he had fully been cold turkey for a long time. And so he ended up just overdosing like immediately.
That's awful.
Yeah.
There's
With
a lot
like
of
a
people
baby.
where I'm from that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people.
He
have died of
overdosed
heroin.
with a baby.
No. He has it, like his wife has like she was like a month old or something, like 2 months old, like super young baby.
That's
Yeah.
awful.
Now no
I don't
father.
think a
or anything.
milliliter would be too much for a baby.
Yeah.
It'd be
Well,
fucking horrifying.
someone needs to do a study out there for how much heroin can a baby
Yeah.
take.
Yo, yeah.
Those are
Yo, fun
things.
fact.
Poob's eyebrows furrow
Yeah.
and his teeth start showing in disgust. Like,
You could maybe give a baby
Really
like a
horrible
tiny bit
story
of
to
a
tell.
drop.
He already didn't like being equated to a guy that died of
Right.
overdose and obviously
Like
had
the family
substance
behind
abuse
it.
issues. Yeah.
You actually
Yeah.
remind me a lot of this guy. This horrible.
You actually remind me a lot of this guy that killed himself and abandoned his child.
Because I'm 22 and I drink. That's
You know what's
not-
weird,
well,
though?
I'm just a kid having fun.
Yeah.
I
That
can
dude's
say
wife
that
didn't
until I
cry,
turn
but she did
23.
cry at Toy Story.
Yeah.
That's the weird part. Yeah.
You know what's weird is Poob is going to be like, I'm just a young crazy kid having fun when he's fucking 48. And
I
he's
said I can do it till I'm,
and he's
I'm like 23 or
he's
24. I've
yeah.
got like
he's
a
had
month.
4 liver biopsies and the doctors are like, you
Oh,
really
yeah.
need to stop drinking. He's like, I'm just a young guy just having fun.
I've got like Peter Pan syndrome or something. Like, what are you talking about? No, my birthday's next month. I'll just
Get fucked
change
up.
who I am entirely. I'd say.
Yeah.
Poob's on his phone. We've lost Poob.
No,
He's-
you have not
Yeah.
lost me. I just
No,
have to
it's
reply to a
fine. No,
text. It's gonna take.
we had like 30 minutes. We've been going for an hour and 10.
It's gonna take
we
10
this should be a nice.
We have 30 minutes.
No, we had 30 minutes of stuff before from the first time we
Oh.
recorded. And so we were supposed to scab on like an extra 25. But I feel like we came into this with good vibes. Poob isn't fucking crawling on his hands and knees and crying. Bryan
yeah.
isn't like a fucking junkyard dog right
The
now.
more, if I could cry
I'm mellowed
easier, that'd
out.
be better for me. My
You know
eyes
what?
are perpetually dry now. I need tears.
Dude, just
I
watch Toy Story 3 or have my dad break your arm. Those are the
I've
two.
seen-
Those are the two
It
proven tear jerking methods. Yeah.
Oh, nah.
Or stick your
fucking
stick
high
your cock
school-
in this
what-
auto blow thing. That'll make you fucking cry. No lube. The thing will make
Oh.
you literally cry instantly like that.
You should have it suck your finger and stuff and see if that feels good. I've heard a lot of people say they like having their fingers sucked. So
I should get a pimple on the very end of my finger and then have it suck the pus out like it's coming.
ugh.
your nose in it and shit. Put different parts of your body in it.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I should feed it on a video. Like feed it like lasagna.
Put your big
and
toe in its mouth.
and then turn it on
a
and have
foot
it
thing.
vomit it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you end this, please, I need to know, like, what the fuck happened in that high school game thing that was so sad?
What?
That made you cry? You cried at the end of High School 3 or something? What was it? Season 3 of High School?
Video game high school.
Video game high school.
Oh,
yeah.
you're talking to
what
me?
made you cry?
Oh.
I'm so curious. Like, what made you cry?
Well, first off, first 2 seasons also great, but you can definitely, it's a web series. It's all on like YouTube or whatever. Season 3, they really step up the acting and these characters you've been with forever. One of them is Dad, which let me look this up just so I don't say the wrong name.
thing.
And just I'm pretty sure it's Freddie Wong. Yeah, Freddie Wong is his dad, the YouTuber.
Yeah.
From like Rocket Punch or whatever.
Yeah.
And he dies like in a comical way, but then there was like they have like at one of the episodes there's just a sad like dialogue about him talking about his dead dad, and it got me. It got my friend too. We're both like, holy shit. Like this is happening.
You cried over Freddie Wong dying?
Freddie Wong getting hit with a firework.
It's more
or
about
something?
what it did to his son. He fell off a motorcycle or something.
So
he's
you
like an
saw
awful
you
dad
saw
the
yourself in Freddie Wong falling. You're like, that's what I looked like when I was blackout drunk.
I know.
Yeah,
I
this is my son.
prophesized that one day I'd fall off a scooter and die, and I got so lucky that I broke the prophecy. That
Yeah.
I cried. It was just touching. I don't know.
It was
I don't know,
touching.
Brian. Sorry, robot.
No,
kid. You've never cried over anything.
No, it's because it just looks like one of those.
Brian, what was the last movie you cried to?
He probably
Movie?
doesn't have
Yeah.
one. We've talked about this before.
None.
And I think he's
Not a
never
movie,
cried
not a
to
movie.
Yeah, he is
Ever.
a robot. What about a song?
Maybe never a song.
Definitely
What
not.
about
he doesn't even like
A
music.
book.
Maybe like a close like that's touching, but
Yeah.
like I've never like sobbed. Or
No,
I've never,
nobody
tears-
tears
nobody
never
watches
left
a
my
movie
ducts.
or listens to a
Tear-
song or reads a book
Okay,
and just instantly
never-
starts going. It's one of those
I
things
never
where
had a tear
you let it happen.
leave my eyeball. I never had a tear leave my eye.
You're not
and I
a
never
fucking
tasted the
Native
salt on
American.
my
Of course, you're not going to
tongue.
have a fucking tear just roll
So
down
then
your
it's
cheek.
not crying. Then what is crying?
I
then?
don't
What do you
Okay,
mean?
crying
I
is
have
crying is one of those things where it's like, I was watching Woody and his friends go
Yeah,
down into the incinerator, and I go like, if I wanted right now,
What's the definition
I
of
could
crying?
I could let a sob
You know
out.
what crying is? You don't have to go.
No.
"Oh,
Like the
God!"
textbook Oxford Dictionary of crying. what
Oxford
is
Dictionary
it? Like,
describes crying as you
it's
should
the
fucking
shedding
know.
of tears.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm
no,
saying
I've
like
never
it's
shedded
something
a
you let
tear.
yourself do.
To a movie.
And you don't have to like have a one. Like
Yeah.
it's the process of your eyes slowly start watering up. It gets heavy on your lids. Maybe you blink and they.
so you didn't
The-
cry.
no,
you
the
just
only time
almost
that
got
you
there.
like,
No,
yeah,
I've cried.
you like if you actually sit there and
Okay.
sobbing. I mean, like I didn't sit there and look at Woody and go like, oh, that's like if my mom got gunned down in front of me. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
It doesn't
it's not
have to be-
interchangeable.
No, it doesn't
I'm
have to be
saving
that.
the
But I thought you
ins-
meant like a tear.
I'm
left your
saving the
eyeball.
spontaneous sobs for real shit. I'm not saving it for
Okay.
fucking Woody and his
You've
dumbass
never
friends.
had your eyes
Then-
even well up. have
Yeah,
you,
like a
Brian?
welling of tears. How about that?
Oh, okay. I've gotten like watery, but I don't know.
Yeah.
the
What
hell
about
it was.
like the end of Gladiator or something?
But Brian's
No, I'm trying to
too
think.
cool
Where
to
the
cry.
where the emperor
Brian will
gets
let
killed.
the water.
I'm
Brian
trying
will
to-
let the
I'm a very
water build up,
sensitive
but he
guy. I'm
won't
actually a
let
very
it.
sensitive guy. It's just movies usually.
What about you watched that new Mortal Kombat movie? Did that have any tear jerkers?
Oh, man. You're talking to
I
me?
was crying about how bad it was. Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
I'm actually
That's
watching
the
that today.
saddest thing about that shit was the amount of money they spent on that movie because it was okay. It was better than the old ones. Have you watched it, Poob?
I'm watching it today, and
It's
I've
okay. It's better
watched
than the
the
old
old ones when I was way younger. I remember the first one being way better than the second one of the old ones.
The problem with the movie is it's very like randomly throughout the movie it's just going it's like some guy comes like just shoving their face in the camera going this is based on a video game. Have you heard of the video game Mortal
I used
Kombat?
to
That's the whole it's so annoying. It's so obnoxious like in your
Mortal Kombat, like
Yeah,
I don't
Ascension,
expect.
Armageddon.
The problem is I don't expect a nuanced critique of
Yeah.
any movie from Bryan because I just don't feel like
but it literally like
He
they'll
likes
literally kill a
anything.
guy.
He likes literally nothing.
I love movies and stuff,
and then
but like
Poob
that movie
loves everything. Like that guy would fucking rave
Everybody
over
love
a,
everybody.
No, I will. Here's the thing. I will watch like garbage. Like I can watch literally anything. Like I can watch garbage all the time. but I know it's garbage. But I still watch it because I'm a fucking masochist or something.
I like watching movies that are really
not,
so bad
like,
they're good. But
you can sit through it and enjoy it, but you acknowledge it's a terrible movie. You know what I mean? Like the guy will kill a guy and he'll go fatality to
I'm
himself,
sure this
like
is
a
not
fucking
gonna
autist.
Be a great movie. Yeah,
it's super fucking annoying.
It's based off of a fighting game, like
Bedoy. But
some people say that the lore in Mortal Kombat's actually
and the
quite
story's
incredible.
bad
those
too.
people are fucking idiots. Like
this story is terrible as well. Like the characters are just.
Say that directly.
I'm leaving this call and coming back. I'll be right back.
Yeah. The characters in Mortal Kombat they just accept everything that's happening to them. Like it's just for sure that's happening. Like this guy, he's just a normal dude. He just does MMA. He has a family and shit. And then fucking Jax, the black guy, comes out of nowhere and he's like, "There's a fucking ice guy and he wants to kill you and your babies, man. And there's the demon world, Shakan and all those guys. There's a fight for our lives." And
Spoilers.
fucking your guy is just like. He's talking to his wife. He's like, "Man, we really got to get to the bottom of this. We gotta go into the desert and figure out all these problems and shit." He just fully accepts that there's an Iceman trying to kill his family. Like, no, he doesn't care. He's not even fazed by it.
More importantly,
insane.
When are they gonna make a Soul Calibur 4 movie?
Why 4?
Because I want Ivy to be the main character.
Yeah, she's in all the games, and her kids get bigger.
I want not every game. 4 was the biggest they got.
Is that true?
I have looked.
I was gonna say, it sounds like he's done his research.
I've done my research. I want Ivy to be the main character in the movie, and I don't care about the plot. I just want it to be 4 hours long. I want it to be a 4-hour long.
I think
Snyder cut of slow motion Ivy just
film.
doing various positions and poses and jumps and.
Put on your auto.
You know
blow.
what? Hate to burst your bubble, but they'll make one of 5 before they do 4. Sorry, man. It's just the way it is.
5?
Wait, is 5
is
5 Ivy hot?
Like
no, 5 is the one where it's based on like everything in the future, and then I think 6 or something is like the prequel before everything started. So it's either 5 or 6, buddy. They don't care about
she's got so much clothing on in 5. This is
let me see. Ivy boobs size.
Oh, I like 6. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they measured all the boob sizes.
For Ivy?
Yeah.
Nerds are fucking incredible. Yeah, but 6, they're big, but they look like fake watermelons. 4, on the other hand.
But they're huge in 6.
But 4, they actually look like they could just be natty.
How do you even look this up? Ivy boob chart? Like
I don't know if they do look like they could be natty.
Really?
Is this oh god, what the fuck is this? File's too powerful. This picture I have. What? How?
Because because people do major high res downloads
some
of
nerd
Ivy's
made
titty.
this a fucking 4K image of the 3 Ivies side by side. God damn.
Wait, Soul Calibur Ivy porn. Look this up.
Well, they're always gonna get the biggest fucking boobs.
Okay, I found one with a horse fucking her in the asshole.
All
right, guys, that's the end of the episode. I gotta go do some shit like really quick.
Yeah.
He just ended it. All right, yeah, that's the end. Now that I sent him Ivy getting her tits nutted on, he's all of a sudden like, I'm out of here.
It's over.
I gotta go right now.
He gets up off his chair with a huge boner. I need to leave. He just runs out the door,
trying to hide it with his cell phone, like mushing it down into his pants. Like, sorry guys, I gotta go.